Hi guys, I am pretty excited today to show you how to make hot cocoa mugs, or coffee, or a hot apple cider, or tea, whatever you want to have in your special mug. And you can decorate it however you like. You can choose the colors. You can choose if you want marshmallows. You can also choose what you want in the background. But I'm just going to give you the basics. Coffee or hot cocoa mug on the table with steam, marshmallows, and then a plain background. Okay? So that being said, I'm excited and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I want you to really pay attention to the shape I'm going to try and explain to you, okay? If you look at a coffee cup from kind of a side point of view like we are in this picture, you'll notice the shape is not a circle, it's not really an oval, it's kind of a squished oval. So we're going to make a squished oval shape for the top. And then you'll notice mugs, coffee mugs are kind of curved there, but it's also curved at the bottom. But if you look at the bottom of a coffee mug, it's a circle on the bottom too. So I just want you to think about that shape before we start, okay? So around the middle of your page, I want you to kind of do that ellipse shape. It's like a squished long oval. And go around a couple of times if that helps. Okay? Then we're going to go straight down from the sides real lightly because we got to add a handle in a little bit. Do a short coffee mug, a tall coffee mug. Could even be like a fancy teacup if you really want to. But anyway, so then at the bottom, it's about how big I want my mug to be. So I'm going to curve it a little bit. This line is going to be a little parallel to this line, which is a little curvy. So it kind of goes, kind of makes sense. Like if this was a glass, it's not. But if it was glass, you could see through and see that the bottom looks the same. It makes it look like a cylinder. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, this is somewhat what your drawing should look like this. I'm going to get a little bit more focus so you can see. Oh, sorry. All right, so this is kind of what your mug looks like. Now we got to add a handle. And this kind of looks like a little ear and a bigger ear on the side. There's one part of the handle, and you got to do the other part of the handle. Tricky part is staying the same width the whole time you're drawing, right? That is a useless eraser. Try this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then once you get your handle drawn, you can erase this line that shows, you know, the edge of it. You can do the same with this one. Alright, so now I have my hot cocoa slash coffee mug. I'm going to make them a little bit darker so you can see. Okay, there you go. So now the first thing I would do after your mug is drawn is probably draw the rim in the background and maybe some marshmallows, if that's what you want to do. So how you do that is you go in and you do like a little lip on the edge of your cup like this, and curve it around. And then to do marshmallows, what I like to do is draw some mini cylinders in there. So I do like that and that and that. Okay, and then it's almost like you're drawing another coffee mug, but you're drawing marshmallows. Is that the same shape? Like a match made in heaven. Okay, and it'll be more interesting if there's an odd number of marshmallows. So let me see if I can get one more in there somewhere. Oh, but now that one looks lonely. So, okay, that looks like some good marshmallows floating along. All right, we got some marshmallows. So now, the next thing I want you to do is think about how you would do like the steam. Sometimes people might do steam just a little curve. Sometimes it might be twirly. So you might think about that and just real lightly draw what you want to do. I think I would like mine to be curly like that, you know? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so then my mug is going to be sitting on a table, so I'm going to put a line there and there to show the table. And if you want, you know that the mug is sitting on the table, so you can kind of put a little shading underneath. Not anything elaborate, but you know, just a little bit of shading if you want. Shading, not shading. Huh. Okay, then the last thing you do is pick what shape you want to put on your mug. What do you want to say? Do you want to say, I love you, Mom? Or Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Feliz Navidad, Happy Kwanzaa? Or do you want it to just have a symbol of some kind? Either a snowflake, or you could do whatever you like. This is how I would recommend doing this. I would recommend finding your white oil pastel for this. Uh-oh. Can't find my white oil pastel. Figures. Yes, I gotta see if I can find it. I misused it. I knocked it off the table. I did. Haha. Okay. So I'm gonna do this design here on my other mug. Except I think I might only do 6 snowflake branches. So on my mug, I'm going to do one line up and down, and then I'm going to do one line kind of like a sideways X, and then another line, a sideways X. So all in all, you'll have 6 total arms or branches on this snowflake. And then I think I might do like a little dot in between each line. That's probably okay. Alright, next step. Probably the coffee or the hot cocoa, whatever it is too. So I would take a darker brown color or a lighter brown, depending what it is, and go in and just outline the area. This might be kind of difficult depending on how many marshmallows you're involved with creating. Something like that. And where's my tanner? So, go in with another color and kind of overlap it a little bit. And then I would go in with the white because you know how fancy coffees and lattes have like little designs in them. Like they might do a heart or something. So then I would go in and try to highlight this area a little bit. And I'm going to clean this a little bit because there's red on it. I don't want red on my marshmallows that I'm about to do. Alright, should be okay. So now I'm going to go in and I am going to blend these marshmallows up a little bit with the pre-existing pencil that's already on there. So Oh, it looks like I got my marshmallows in order. Okay. Next thing I want you to do with the white is go over your lines that you're planning to have, your steam lines. And then you already did a design, hopefully a design on your mug. So then I would bust out the watercolors, okay? If you have a bigger paintbrush, I would maybe try and use that for the table down here. So I'm going to use my brown. Kind of outline underneath. And then go up. There we go. Oh, I kind of like how that's looking. It almost looks like it's reflected on like a super shiny brown table or something. Winner! So I'm not even going to mess with that, you know. I'm just going to leave that part alone. Looks good. I don't like that. So we got stuck there. Alright, so there's our background. And it even has our shadows on it, so that's awesome. Then it would go back to a different brush that's smaller for the details. I did a blue one here. I'm going to pick a different colored color for my mug. Might do like a green. I'm feeling green vibes. So I'm mixing my watercolor and then the outline. So remember to get a dark color, just mix with a little bit of water. Mix, and you'll pick up more color pigment. If you don't really mix it in there, your water is just gonna I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, if you don't mix it in there, your color is just gonna be really thin and see-through. But if you mix it for a while, then it won't be see-through. It'll be darker and it'll look nice. Like green and turquoise. Okay, so you did a design on your mug, so hypothetically speaking, if you paint over it with watercolor, it should show up because it repels the water, so it stands its ground. It's like, no, this is my space, not yours. Looking good. I like it, but I don't like how much watercolor is still on top of this oil pastel. I can't see my design. So I'm going to go in with a tissue and just like, see if I can touch it up a little bit. I don't like how that turned out. So what I might do is go back over it again with white, so if I can get it to pop. Oh yeah, that looks better. There we go. Now we know. That looks much better. You can actually see it's a snowflake now. Oh, I forgot to do the rim. So up here, there's a little rim that's supposed to be green. Oopsie daisy. There. Looks much better. Okay, what do I want the background color this time? I think like a light blue. So I'm going to get my bigger brush for this and just get a little wet and do like a blue. And then just go across like that. You know what's fun? I don't know if you've ever messed around with watercolor and salt before. If you sprinkle a little bit of salt on your watercolor after you've done it and it's like super wet, the salt displaces the paint, so it looks really cool. It looks like little starbursts almost. So that's fun. Well, I like how the smoke turned out, or not smoke, steam turned out much better on this one. That's neat. You can pick whatever color you want for the background, and actually you can do designs in the background if you want, like wallpaper and like people standing back there, or like something fun on your kitchen table back there. But if you want, you can do it in oil pastel, so it's a kind of a neat effect. Ooh, like way too much water. What are you doing, Joe? What are you doing? Try not to pull a Jones and do too much water on there. Oops. All right, there we are. So here's a coffee mug, a watercolor and oil pastel coffee mug. It's got the steam rising up, and if you dab it with a paper towel, you might be able to get the excess paint off of the top so it stands out a little better. And there you have it. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. So lots of options for your hot cocoa or coffee and how you want to do that. Hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully you got to have some coffee or hot cocoa at some point. And there you go. I hope you guys have a fabulous holiday season, winter break, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.